Who wants to be on sound effects, by the way?
Sound effects?
Who's our sound effects person today?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I'll
I'll
let
find
Asabats.
them first.
Yeah,
find
I
them.
get where they are. They're in special effects, I think. Nice.
There we
Alright. Now, okay, be cool, everyone. We have one sound effects person. Belly did a really good job last time, and Asabat is a seasoned sound effect professional, so we've got hands. Welcome to the 9th Geek Guide podcast. We're just having a little short chat skis. Nothing real big. It was originally going to be about some issues with the Steam Store, but moving that to next time. Blah blah blah. Today I have with me. My name's Avi, by the way, and I'm hosted through the Geek Guide channel. And today we have the Fallen Shogun, Desiree, and Lady Asabat. Guys, please fight for the first place.
Hello.
Wow. Cold blood.
There was no fight. It was just me.
I was just okay. Yeah. So today we're just gonna sort of do a catch-up thing. We're just gonna like get into that because we've been away for a little bit. And it's been the turbulent production, dare I say. I don't know if that's the right way to put that. It makes it sound worse than it is, but also more dramatic.
It's been an interesting weeks.
Yeah, everyone's
all the drama.
All the drama. Like, I mean, it's been pretty chill for like a few weeks. We've been hiatusing or whatever it is. It's been pretty good, right? Like, what's everyone been up to? Sort of in just as a brief overview before we dig in.
In general, or
yeah,
on the
what have you just
internet
been doing? What's been coming out? What's your channel's been doing? Just give me a rundown.
Well,
because you seem very excited.
I'm very excited. I'm super awesome excited. Actually, on my channel front, I've actually been going through a lot of issues, so I'm slowly rebranding myself.
Ooh!
Thank you.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I used to be doing indie stuff, and now I'm rebranding myself back to strategy games and so on like that.
I really like that as well. Like that. I mean, I see you as that because of how often I hear about you dominating on the battlefield, just crushing all of our friends into dust.
Someone who
Possibly still consider scaring the crap out of yourself, but okay.
Desiree.
Oh.
Hey, you're the horror games.
I may, yeah.
You haven't seen him scream.
Shut up.
That
It only happened. I only have one video of that, and that's not got that many views.
Me and you should play some horror games together because I need a big strong man to hold me tight.
I would totally do the horror games, and I totally would abandon you at the first sign of trouble.
I know you would. Step 1, leave Avi behind because he's scared, therefore he is the slowest.
I would never leave you behind.
I would.
See, okay, well then I should play with Desiree. What else have you been? What have you been? Okay, well that's great. What have you been up to, Desiree? You've been playing some Until Dawn and such.
Yes. No, I am loving that game. Honestly, I am. Oh dear God, that's a good one.
That's it. Yeah, it's great. It's been going
I'm just
really well.
really waiting to see just how much of a difference some of the choices will actually make in the end.
Yeah, that's what I was sort of thinking. Like, I really want to watch some other playthroughs and stuff, and watch your streams, of course. When you get to the end of your Let's Play, you mentioned that you were gonna start streaming it for alternate plot points.
Yeah, I would like to do that. More than likely, I will. Because I will admit, like, if you've seen any of my videos as I'm playing through the game, I'm outright seeing points where it's like, oh, I could have done this instead, and this one had a better result. So let's try that. Like, you know.
Are you taking notes at all, or are you just gonna go off memory?
I'm just going off memory, really.
Okay, cool.
I don't want to get too.
I just thought that would be yeah. I understand. For sure. What have you got any theories? I've heard a lot of theories. I don't want to spoil it, so like maybe skip ahead in the podcast if you don't want to hear like sort of midway through the game. Just episodes released. Like where are you sort of at with the storyline? Just quickly. Because I'm really invested in this game too. Really like it.
Right now, I am okay. I am still in the sanatorium at the moment.
With Mike.
So yes.
Yeah.
So right now I'm searching around there.
Okay.
And actually, especially there are one or two segments that have occurred, and I was like, okay, that's definitely something to try the other way next time.
Yeah, for sure.
It is curious. Well, no. See, the thing is not necessarily bad things have happened. It's more along the lines situations have occurred where it's like, this could be bad, but it might not be as well. It kind of depends on how it plays out.
I've been thinking about this for a little bit since you started playing it, actually, and I wanted to ask you, for me, could you please do a special stream where you do a Get the Teenagers Killed stream, and you're just trying to make every bad decision you can possibly make in a row, and like
I would watch
possibly
that.
failing QuickTime events on purpose here and there, like
Oh, you just want to see how bad it can be, huh?
punch a dog in the face. Anyway,
Funny
that's
that you mentioned that. No,
No, I know. That's my weird reference to the middle of it. Anyway.
no. Like
That's great. That's awesome, dude.
no, I'll definitely be trying a few things. Like one example, like I'm just gonna say this one example just to give an idea,
Yep,
and I'm
just
gonna
throw it
try
out
to be as vague as possible. It does tell you outright in the game that sometimes the best thing you can do is nothing.
Yeah, for
And
sure. I really
there
like
was
that
at
mechanic
least-
as well.
Well, there was at least one section where it was like something happened, and it gave me the chance to take a shot,
Yeah. Okay.
and I took it. And so later,
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I know what he's talking about
you
too.
might know what I'm talking about. Okay,
Hashtag spoilies.
is the part?
No.
Let me ask this: the part you think I'm talking about is
Try to
at
be
the
vague.
start or towards the middle more?
Middle, like I guess the middle in the sense that like the episodes
Squirrel.
you've got coming out like nowish.
It's not that part, Asabat.
Oh, it's not that bad.
No.
I do
There's
like
a part
that.
where there's a part where it basically seems like if I hadn't taken the shot, I might have a better result later. But it's not
Nature
that
is
one.
imbalance.
Not that one you're talking about.
Oh, are you talking about where like okay, yeah, like the gun becomes unusable.
When the two of them are in the Funzy cabin before she goes for a trip.
Actually, it's the part Avi just mentioned.
Yeah, I know the
Because
bit. It's
basically,
that he's walking along the hallway.
You're
and then-
giving an option to
yeah.
take a shot, and
Please
you
go
either take
see
it or don't.
Fran's playthrough before you listen to this part of the podcast.
Well, like I said, this is going to be kind of vague. So you get an option to take a shot, and you either take it or not, or obviously you could miss.
Yes.
And then later you're given an option to take a shot again. However, the gun doesn't work the second time. So I'm wondering if I don't take the first shot,
Sorry to
will
say.
it work in the second one?
Yeah, dude. I'm with you. I thought you meant something else. However, I'm with you. I like that idea. That's really clever.
So this is where my mind is going as I'm playing. I'm remembering these little segments and just
Yeah, I
going,
really like how they presented the game.
Yeah.
Anyway, we should really. I'm gonna
Yes,
ask
okay, sorry,
Asabat to tell
Too
us
much
what she's
information.
been up to as her channel's going. Sorry, that we can get into it until dawn because that game is really interesting.
Well, me, I've
what have you been up to?
been busy with my new job, which has been very good but very tiring. Juggling that with making stuff for my shop.
Any shout outs to the URL?
Yeah, I can chuck you the URL.
I'll chuck it in the
Look
description.
For the little shop of holdalls on Etsy or Facebook.
Nice.
I've been busy planning out costumes, being very tired, taking impromptu naps in my computer chair, much to everybody's amusement. And I've been starting a couple of new things for the channel. Mostly because a couple of things I started last month haven't really taken off, so I've gone, well, right, okay, moving on. So I'm now playing Dying Light for the channel, which was gifted to me a few days ago by Carneris.
Now,
And
yeah.
I'm really enjoying that game. It's frustrating as hell, but
Dying Light. I feel like I've definitely heard of it.
It's the
looking it up now.
zombie parkour game that's
right.
expensive and stuff
Yeah,
like
the one that everyone thought was H1Z1, but was actually coming out after H1Z1.
Yeah, it is a completely different game to H1Z1 and is far better.
It looks amazing. Yeah, because that was when I found out that they were different games. Like that was totally something that I was confused about too.
Man, Dying Light is a gorgeous game, and I play it on like rock bottom graphics. My computer hates me because I
And
need
not
to
to
hoover
mention-
out my
yeah.
I need to hoover out my fans, but I'm having I need a screwdriver to do so, to take the panel off, and I need to have time to actually turn my computer off to do this as well. So it's like, I need to hoover out my fan, but I don't have time. God fucking damn it.
God. No.
I might see if I can drag one of my friends over for a cup of tea and be like, you want here? And just under my computer.
Yeah, get out one of those magnets.
Because I keep
Do the
asking
screws.
Jeeves, but he keeps forgetting, so I'm like, never mind then.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I mean, yeah, I should get screwdrivers. I used to have some, but yeah.
The thing is that I know Jeeves has like a whole bunch of screwdrivers, I just don't know where the fuck they are. And if they're in the shed, I'm not going anywhere near that with 24 spiders.
No, you wouldn't want to get too close to sheds.
Yeah. It's been like epic spider season around here lately.
Don't even go there.
Oh, dude. You want to talk about spiders?
Guys, come on. Think about the Amulet of Power a couple of weeks ago. Me and the spider.
Spider.
You lot were absolutely pissing yourselves with laughter.
It's too good, dude. It's too good.
For those of you that haven't been keeping up with the Amulet of Power thing, or are
Go watch
watching
it on
this
Asabats
far
channel.
later, yeah, A, go and watch it because it's bloody hilarious, and B, my cat decided to play with a spider, a big leggy bastard that was actually quite intimidating, and I thought he'd killed it. And he was sat there staring at it, and then suddenly it twitched back to life and ran under my feet. And for all of those who know me, I am a massive arachnophobic, and normally spiders get walloped to death with a frying pan, or pretty much set on the equivalent of being set on fire, without actually setting them on fire.
Yeah.
And this
Which was
happened in the
rare.
middle of the recording for Amulet of Power. And Jeeves then had a massive go at me for being such a wuss, while I'm simultaneously going, get it away from my chair. Oh my god, why?
Why would a loving
you do
God
this to
make
me?
you?
Why?
I've had quite a few problems with spiders around my desk. I had a couple of weeks where they just kept turning up around my desk, and I was like, fuck, why? God damn it, go away, I do not want your friggin' 8-legged hugs.
Oh my god, those are the best hugs though. They can really make you feel safe, you know. I mean it's springtime here in Australia, so like basically it's just bugs and mice and baby rabbits everywhere this morning. It was like it was a mix between cute and fucked up.
At least it's not magpie season.
And they're around. I mean they're always around. Dude, magpies are
birds?
Yeah, dude. Have you ever fought a magpie? Have you ever gone toe to toe with a magpie, my friend? Never.
Why would I?
Dude, exactly. Don't do it. It's bad. It's bad news bears. Like.
No, I feel like I missed something here.
I don't think we have them around here.
I mean, okay, so like essentially, I live in a pretty rural area, so like kids grow up kind of like douchebags towards like animals, I guess, and they're just so like used to having animals around and stuff. Anyway, so what'll happen is like kids will find magpie nests and like plover nests and like just generally find birds and harass them that are nesting during like the springtime and stuff. And then what'll happen is the birds get hyper aggressive towards anyone that comes near their homes because they're like, well, fuck, my babies have been stolen or something. And they'll swoop you, and they'll claw at you, and they'll like peck your eyes out and shit. Yeah, so like a bit like so you know like you might have like a big sports oval or something at the back of the school or whatever. You can't go in those during summer in Australia because of like birds just swooping you, and like of course kids love getting swooped, and it's like a fun game where you go out and you like risk getting a bird beak in the back of your head. And like I did it. I mean, everyone does it. But that is my explanation of why magpies are terrifying.
This
Also,
possibly sounds... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say plovers might have a poisonous spine on their wing or something. I've heard that rumor, but I think that's just a schoolyard thing.
It's interesting hearing all this while I'm sitting here eating chicken.
Like you
I'm
should
the birds.
I'm eating bird, as you tell me all this.
It's
I'm
like,
eating bird.
what is this, a fucking scene in like Conan the Barbarian? You're just like, I am king of the birds. Holy shit.
Oh, God.
Yeah, no. Birds
No,
are scary.
I'm not sure we actually have them around here, or at least the magpies specifically.
I mean, you're probably in a colder situation, so like, why would...
Well,
yeah,
it's
I don't
really
know.
weird, because there's a bunch of things we don't have around here, and people are just like, what? Like, we don't have snakes.
A doy?
You don't,
A doy?
I mean, it's too cold for snakes. For
We
sure.
don't have
It is too
snakes.
cold
We
for
don't have
snakes.
cockroaches.
What? I'm moving there. Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, that sounds like a place I want to live.
Yeah, no cockroaches? I hate cockroaches. That movie Mimic?
The closest-
That made me so scared.
The closest we have to a cockroach are carpenters.
Oh, okay. Wow.
You say bad.
What?
You said Michael Jackson dead.
You don't think I mean the profession, right? Like,
Yeah. Of
no,
course
I'm
you don't.
talking about the insect.
Just
No,
dudes with tool belts
what you
scurrying
mean.
around your corners, just like looking for table legs to like detail.
Are they not called carpenters in other places, or is that like?
Are you talking about like what are you talking about? Like describe this beetle to
Yeah,
me.
what are you talking about?
Okay, hold on.
I do not want to see a picture of this.
I think the similarity would be a pill bug, maybe.
Oh, I was worried. I was so worried. Alright, I don't want to move there. Cockroaches are better.
Carpenter bugs. Oh.
I don't
No,
want to
sorry,
bomb it
never
today,
mind.
dude. Don't send
It's
this to me.
actually apparently the name that Wikipedia says is a woodlouse.
Oh,
Seriously?
that's adorable.
They're awesome.
That sounds like a bug that comes off of a carpenter.
Like, I've been meaning to ask, are we getting sidetracked? What are we actually talking about at this moment in time?
We're talking about this. This is right.
But
Don't
We're
get
just
no.
talking about
We're just
random
chilling.
stuff
Well,
because
you're talking
you know,
about
that's-
carpenters. Apparently you really hate them.
Dude, this is a huge throwback to the Retrocast. If you haven't seen the Retrocast, that was me and Kieran possibly getting sidetracked for up to 3 hours. Like, I'm not saying we're going to go that long, because we're just doing a little half hour, just like hanging out cast. So, like, you know, just re-explaining it for Shogun.
I don't know, I feel like if we let DZ go anymore, he'll say about how much he hates carpenters.
Alright, back to,
Okay,
let's
well-
get away from that. Let's
Here,
get away
hold
from
on, here.
various trade hate.
Just because I know you're curious, Avi. Hang on.
Oh, so help me God if you
He's
send me an
extremely
image of
curious.
this bug.
He's curious, Abby.
There's a link.
I hate you. I hate you so much right now.
What, me?
Oh, fuck, no.
What?
Why would you send me that?
Mm.
Oh, sick.
What have you done now? You upset him.
Oh, dude, I
I'm
hate
always
bugs.
upset and overreacting.
Wow. What?
Oh dear.
Lady has a blood on the sound effects, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
um,
She knows her work
she knows
well.
timing. She knows comedic timing. Dude, those are really gross bugs. Not into it. Anyway. Anyway, moving on.
And now for something completely different.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So, like, I mean, what were we talking about before we got onto bugs? Because that was like a whole tangent.
Magpies.
Yeah, magpies, but that comes... Come on, guys. Just pests and pest season in general. Anything else Lady has about being up to anything?
No.
Made anything amazing?
Roaches.
Do you have a link that I can
Nothing
put in
amazing.
the description of this podcast right now? Or
projects
that's
you're working on?
You
Did I
did
get that?
want the thing, didn't you?
Possibly. Then now the chat's polluted by bloody Desert and fucking...
Yeah, God
Jeez.
damn it,
Scared
Desiree.
I can't go back there anymore.
Shit.
I don't feel safe in my home.
One little picture of a bug.
Little?
May have been interested. We're all role players, right? Like we're all tabletoppers.
I'm gonna
Really?
chuck you the link in Skype.
Thank you.
'cause,
Yeah, that's what I figured.
To varying extents.
Cheers,
yes.
beers. Yeah, like you guys play D&D, and I don't know, Shogun, what your background is explicitly. We haven't really talked about it that much, I guess.
I guess.
I haven't role played with you. Well, I mean, like what? Like I'm just
Well,
interested. What's your sort of situation with that?
I've done stuff like that. I haven't done it for a while. I used to do a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah, cool. So like, yeah, we're all tabletoppers, and we've been playing through this Warhammer Fantasy with Burly Man, and you can check that out on Asabats channel. We sort of talked about that a little bit before, and and how the spider incident will be in an episode. What's the ETA on that episode? Yeah, it'll be there. Just get invested in the series now because it is really solid, and I'm not sure. I actually don't know what the most recent episode is, so it could be into some dark situations by now, which should be totally worth it.
We're around the time where Gorebeard turned up.
Oh my god.
Yeah. We're all the way back.
Yeah, right.
I would mark that as a point in the story of that whole roleplay where shit did start to get real. Like...
It's like,
And
we're
by real, you mean
overwhelmed. Badger's
incredibly
running
messed
away.
up.
We're all going to die except for Badger because he's running away. Oh, suddenly Gorebeard. Oh, we're fine now.
Yeah, exactly. That was
Oh,
the timing on that.
That I felt fine.
It was fine.
It's not like the two tanks abandoned the squishy people or anything. God.
No.
Oh, really?
I love that our whole situation was like, we'll just go scout off in this direction, and then the dwarfs were like, well, I guess we're splitting up. See ya. Like,
They're like, no.
what a beautiful moment for all involved. You know what I mean? Like, what a really uniting moment for us as a team.
Everyone pissed off in different directions.
Yeah, everyone's just like, blip. Badger got possessed by a demon.
Well, they went that
Piece of
way.
candy.
I guess we should check
It's like-
this way.
It's like, so far, it's like Badger has been possessed by a demon sword and another demon that are currently fighting for control of his soul, from what I've gathered.
I mean, yeah, that's our theories.
Victor has turned into a Skaven man-beast, and his pony has turned into a giant were-turtle tentacle monster.
A tentacle tentacle.
Well,
It's a
you'll
tentacle
see.
monster.
You guys will
He's
see.
turned into something out of a hentai.
We're coming up to something.
Brian has got to the point where he's seen too much shit and decided that he wants to live a quiet life. And
Yeah, he really he broke down.
I
don't blame
became
him.
a key.
I mean, yeah, you guys will see. It's all coming, I'm sure. It gets good. It gets really. I mean, it was good before.
Berta got to kill a troll. Absolutely murderize a troll, which I tap danced off a cliff.
Everyone's had these odd and interesting things occur to them, and I get to just kill things.
Well, you don't play that way. I think that's really interesting to like our playstyles, and this is sort of what I was getting at when I was bringing it up. I guess because like I was interested in like sort of what random series you like what sort of draws you to that and stuff, and just sort of getting into that discussion, like because Desiree, you play really sort of like classical fantasy in my mind. Like you're very like to the character. Like logistics are important, and the only actions I have are punch and walk.
Well, no, I wouldn't go that far.
I know. I'm over exaggerating this, but like.
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, honestly, in this kind of situation, I know my role. Like,
Sure.
I know what I am there for in the party. I am basically the tank for the party. I am the one that needs to just fight things hand to hand and get stuff killed and done. When it comes to the intelligent things, like the figuring out traps, strategy, all that kind of stuff, that needs to be left to the more intelligent members in the party.
Are you saying you're a dumb hero?
I mean, it's just interesting. Like,
a high intelligence score.
I just really respect how like faithful you sort of stay to what you're doing, I guess. And like Asabats, you do that in a way that is, you know, it is similar to that, but it's a bit less rigid, I guess.
Well, my
Then that might just be the
character-
dwarf and the elf
I-
aspect of it. I'm just interested in sort of like,
I always deliberately put something quirky in my characters to give me
Sure.
a bit of artistic freedom. Because if I do play a straight-laced character, which is the problem I have in like a current D&D campaign, I'm just bored.
right.
Because I'm like, I've got no freedom to do crazy stuff. I mean, like, for crying out loud, I've given this elf a giant spiky frying pan.
Yeah, exactly. She has a trait.
You have crushed one or two snotlings with it, I think.
Yes, I
Or,
did.
or
I
goblins.
missed
And then we cooked dinner on it several days later.
It was awesome, guys. Guys, for real, I do skin a lot of goblins in that campaign. If you're a big fan of mutilation,
Didn't you melt one onto a rock as well at some point?
well, okay. One of the more recent sort of like hobbies that Victor's taken up was I guess you could call it criminally insane magic. And so like he has a lot of power given to him by being manipulated by a lot of like chaos magic and stuff. And like I don't know if he should really have that because he held a living creature down and like skinned it and tortured it to the like bled it out onto a rock and like tried to chemically bind this creature's spirit to an inanimate object. So like I'm just saying like he's going down a bit of a dark path, but I feel like he's going to come good at the end. It's like it's really gonna prove itself, you know, guys. Like,
I am genuinely curious to see how his journey turns out and where it takes him.
3x structure. What'll happen to young Victor?
Because I got to admit, like Avi, like I'm gonna say the way you play, like the way you've been playing the character, and the way like noticing your thought processes, like while playing. I see it, and I kind of like. It just makes me think that you're incredibly creative, really.
You're flattering me.
Where it comes to.
I mean,
I see it, and I'm just like, how did you even come up with this? What?
Yeah, I mean, like, so, I guess for my background in that sense, and like going to like sort of talking about what Asabats was talking about, like my process with character creation. And especially with this one, this was really interesting because I randomed a lot of aspects of my character for this, and like I sort of started at a different place, and then based on a backstory. So like I come from a very like storytelling driven systems, right? Like a lot of the role plays I used to play weren't as hard on stats and dice rolls and stuff. They were very story driven, like rewarded creativity and stories and stuff like that. So that's sort of like where I'm at always in that story, and I have trouble with the sticking to character, but then again, like this character I'm playing right now is pretty like all over the place. So like I feel like I'm trying to keep it pretty faithful to who I think he is. But like yeah, at the end of the day, like it does come down to me wanting to have fun and to me wanting to interact with the world and sort of like push the DM more than anything. So like whenever something fucking ridiculous comes out of my mouth, it's always coming to this point of like, I wonder if Burley can keep up with me, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like
I'm not 100% sure he can.
He's been doing a stellar job. Like I mean, like I'm not sure. This is the thing. Like I'm not gonna even bother going into like asking him and trying to work out how much of this he's planned out and how much I've forced him to improvise. But like. The way that it's been working and the fact that he hasn't just straight killed me off, which a lot of dungeon masters and game masters have done to me in the past, it is interesting to me, and I really appreciate that he's like trying to like satiate my insanities and stuff. And like why? And like it is this thing. Like you put this green water in the room, like it was meant to do something, and I get that it's sort of like it affected the battle and it made this like rat ogre in that scene or whatever. Which
that
is
was partly to do with me because I shot it.
Exactly.
Then we suddenly turned. We're just too busy. You were busy taming the Skaven, and I turned around and went. That's a big rat.
I was fulfilling loss. I mean, like this is the thing. It's a bit out of context for everything and like where it is, but like Victor's backstory goes into like losing a sister and his family being like ransacked by greenskins and stuff like that. And there's a lot of like there's like this loss and this like sort of like broken loyalties and stuff within him, and like I know like I sort of get to the point where I feel like I'm taking the piss out of it even sometimes, you know what I mean? Like it just gets to that point with me here and there. But I really like him, and I really like playing him and stuff. So like, you know, I'm glad you appreciate it. And you think it's at least creative.
I love playing Lorraine because she's just like
Oh,
the
she's
best
great.
and the worst bard ever.
I love that. I love her. Like, yeah, like she's this really heavy-handed person. Like, I think that's what's interesting is that all of our characters have that, and like even down to Desiree, where I made the joke where he's a punch and walk kind of guy, but on the other hand, like he was created with Brian, and and very randomized because like as I recall, you randomed every aspect of that character pretty much.
I actually did, and
Yeah.
it surprisingly kind of just fell into place. It was really weird. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting to get some kind of weird mishmash that didn't work at all. Like, oh, I'm going to end up with, like, I don't know, high intelligence and fellowship, but I'm a warrior with, like, horrible strength and, like, I don't know, like, stuff like that.
So, I mean, yeah.
And then it all just kind of fell into place. It was just like,
mate, I can tell you one thing. You actually sort of want to be a barbarian with high charisma, because that sort of shit ends up getting you an army, or even 2 armies.
And
Because
laid,
that's exactly what
am I right?
happens. No. That's actually what happened to my character in our D&D campaign, in that she has a crazy high strength and everything, but she's also got a really good charisma. So she was put in charge of training all these recruits, and they're all like now fanatically loyal to her.
And that's great.
Like she's trained them all really well, and she's just charmed them over to her side, and she has like the highest respect from everyone, and she's just like, I like to kill things.
I like murder.
I like killing things.
You know,
No, she doesn't like murder. She's a soldier. She's just like, I kill things.
Yeah.
I'm good at my job. I am paid to do this. Therefore, if you put something in front of me and say, go kill this, I am happy. I have an intelligence of 8.
I am contented.
My character has an intelligence of 8, a charisma of 14, and a strength of 21. It's like literally, it's.
That's amazing. I love that. Like, and I think that's what's interesting is that we could sort of like take that approach with all these characters and stuff. And I'm really interested to sort of like get the other players in as well. I want to see like how that works. And I know that we're sort of focusing more specifically on this one game, but you should go watch it. It does give a good sort of example of like how we play it.
I love that this has turned into a D&D tabletop stream. I'm rolling with this.
Why not? Why not? I mean, like, as Shogun, I really, I mean, like, is there? What's the plan for you, and like, what's your situation on that whole front? I guess.
What
I mean,
the Amulet of Power?
Amulet, like one. Are you coming into Amulet of Power? You got a character rolled up, or are you like?
I think
I think you definitely should. Huh?
Possibly, I'm not quite sure you can handle me. I'm too hot to handle, but still.
Too hot to
I've
handle.
been thinking about doing it. I mean, I need to figure out exactly how you're building the characters. I'd quite happily do a character sheet. It may be quite evil.
Okay. And okay, yeah. So then, like, specifically, just like in the realm of character creation, like, what's your mentality and what's your like process with that? Like, how do you go about it, and what do you like to make when you're making?
Well, my first process is, what would Jesus do? And then I do the exact opposite.
They were dinosaur riding, fucking.
So basically, it's what can I do? How can I have the most fun? How can I help out people while still being a major annoyance? I don't want to be the guy who basically destroys everything. I want to be the guy who, let's say, travels with the companions and occasionally sets fire to a couple of villages.
Yeah, okay. So sort of like a good evil. Like was it lawful evil or something?
Possibly. If anyone's ever seen the Looking Big Group, I feel like I'd be like the kind of dick.
Do it!
Lawful evil is the realm of the devils.
Considering my character is almost Pella right now, do it.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what I'm thinking of.
Because I know Ayase has rolled one, I believe. I know that Wyatt possibly has something off to the side.
Wyatt is. I think he is the other party that we are gonna.
Right. Oh shit! That's cool. I like that idea. I mean, yeah. So like, there's a lot of. It'd be cool. Like, it'd be interesting to discuss that story. But like, even just beyond that, like, yeah, I want to know what kind of characters these people are, because I've definitely done what I do in RPs, where I've played off my strengths of my character and really just like doubled down on being that guy, you know what I mean? And then and speed, either speed or abnormal strength, like either one of those is usually my point that I like to go with.
Like Avi.
Yeah, man.
Now I'm just curious on this, like with concerning your situation, like I've played both types of systems. Like I've played the D&D systems, which are more
technical,
more strict, more technical.
65 feet to cast lightning. Yeah.
And I've also played a number of the White Wolf games. Like you were mentioning some of those to me before.
Yeah, the White Wolf games, like Vampire the Masquerade and stuff like that, would be a good example of the more story-driven.
Yeah, they're a bit less technical. They still use stats and the such to a certain extent, but there's a lot more freedom. It's a lot more free-flowing, and it's a lot more story-focused.
Exactly.
It's a lot easier for you to actually talk and actually role-play your way out of a situation than getting into a fight and just killing someone.
Well, like, you know how, like, if you engage with, like, I mean, you finish your question. I'll get back to that.
Well, no, I was just going to say, like, with some of what you're telling, with some of your experiences with both, like, which do you prefer?
Okay, well, like, just personally, I definitely prefer story-driven, like, and story-based sort of systems and stuff like that. I feel like it's a bit more true to, like, conveying a story and becoming part of a story when, like, you can sort of break it down to things that aren't dice rolls for defining certain things. So, like, a spot check doesn't have to necessarily be based on that random element. You know what I mean? Like, so you can sort of get a feel for the characters and sort of get to know each other a bit more. And I know you can definitely do this with D&D. Like, it is totally up to the players and the DM and stuff. But, like, if you're going directly off core rule books, like personally, I do prefer being able to, like, because I like DMing. I like GMing and DMing and that kind of stuff. And, like, I think Burlyman does this really well with Amulet of Power, actually, and with the Warhammer Fantasy system, is that he uses it more as a guide as opposed to, like absolute strictly. So, well, like,
I mean, he definitely has some of his own homebrew little things, too, right?
Exactly, and like house rules and stuff like that. So, like, he's definitely... Yes, if you roll a 69, something crazy will happen, like, stuff like that. And I mean, that's a bit more technical, I guess. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, he does good work with what he's given. And I think that's the sign of someone who's, like, really committed to what the story they're telling and stuff like that. Personally, I like using the more loosey-goosey systems. Because, like, in Vampire the Masquerade, your stats all your attributes are based on, like, 5 dots. Like, you've got rank 1 or rank 5. It's not like you'll never get, like, 20 in a stat, you know what I mean? And then have to, like, do your maths on that and, like, work it all out. Because you'll only ever be either poor at a task or outstanding at it, kind of thing. And I kind of like breaking it down to that point because it means you can do more stuff on the fly. And when someone like me shows up in your fucking game and starts pushing your limits and being like, what happens if I do this? What happens if I do this? I feel like you've got a bit more room to sort of, like, cope with that. You know what I mean?
Now, I will say the funny thing is, like, when you bring that up, more recently, I've been reading up on, because most of my experience with D&D and Warhammer, well, Warhammer, that was my first experience, this one.
Yeah. Sure.
Aside from, like, setting up a 40k character, but the campaign never actually went ahead.
Yeah.
With D&D, it was mostly 3.5 and the Pathfinder game.
Okay.
But more recently now, like, I've gotten to read the 5th edition stuff now. And they have actually, I think they've done something more to your liking a bit, Avi, because what they've done, like, they have simplified the rules a bit. So there is some simplification there to make it a little easier to just kind of go a little crazier, I guess, to be a little more creative with it.
Well, I guess my point with that, just quickly, it is creativity is bred from, like, vagueness, you know what I mean? Anyway, continue.
Well, yeah. Well, it's just the other thing is they've actually added into character creation backgrounds and ideals and goals and
exactly. Okay,
like, that's actually a part of creating your character now.
Can I ask you a question then? What benefits do you gain benefits or negatives, or is it just effective to like how you are perceived in the story, sort of thing? Like, so, like, if you have a certain part of your backstory, you'll respond differently. Because, like, my favorite thing is when you're rewarded with like points towards skills from taking on floors. I really like that in games. I'm just curious, to that point, what it's like, or is it just more for fleshing out the character?
Well, okay. A lot of it is for helping you flesh out the character.
Sure.
However, the background itself that you actually choose, like they have a number of them listed there.
The
okay,
background
right. Itself does provide some additional benefits.
Well, it's like a home world, yeah.
Well, kind of. It's more along the lines of like it's more along the lines of like let me think of some examples here. Like backgrounds you can have are say like a hermit where you're just living alone and
it's very
separated yourself from society. And like some of the benefits you gain from that is like you're good with I'm trying to remember now off the top of my head because I was reading this. You're good with like herbalism for one thing, because living on your own, you have to know how to forage and provide your own medicine, that kind of stuff, and you're proficient with like basically they give you some extra little bonuses, like you get a free herbalism kit with it as well if you take that background. Like there's a couple of little bonuses you get just because that's the kind of life you've led.
Yeah, sure. No, for sure. I like that. I do agree with the choosing a background. I think it works really well in fantasy stuff. Like I've just been playing quite a bit of Guild Wars because Guild Wars 2 is just gone free, and also expansions coming out. Like there's a lot of stuff there. Go check out Guild Wars. Add beyond Guild Wars. I love Guild Wars. But no, like you do that kind of thing. You choose like 3 sort of like background and the type of equipment you choose, and like it sort of like affects what you start with and like how your story unfolds. I think I'm not completely sure. I'm sure Asabats is way more knowledgeable on how that all unfolds than I am. But yeah, I think it's a really good way to do it, and especially because as soon as you start giving people like this overviews of what backgrounds could be, you really open it up for them, right? Like you're really giving them this whole like starting off point, and it's more like what am I trying to say? Like improv comedy kind of thing. It's much more. Yeah, well, you have a what am I trying to say? A prompt. You have a prompt. It's like I did that with Victor. I did the same thing with Victor in this roleplay we're doing right now. Like it's all randomized and stuff, and then I built out from there.
Well, I mean that was the thing. Like I did the entire random thing with Berta.
Yeah,
and when it turned out that way, I was just like, okay, so this is what I have. Well,
work with it.
What is a young yet accomplished grizzled dwarf miner do? Like, M-I-N-E-R, not O-R.
He's only a miner.
A grizzled miner. Yeah, it's this child with this massive gray beard. And back in my day, we used to.
He sure knows how to teenage.
Right.
God, what's that movie? Curious Case of Benjamin Button? Is that the one?
Yeah, it is the one. I like it.
Oh God.
That's cool.
But yeah, I mean,
it's cool. Yeah. I really want to run a. I guess not Vampire the Masquerade specifically. I wanted to run like just a Dark World campaign. So
World
like
of Darkness, yeah.
Yeah, World of Darkness. Sorry. That's what it's. That's Vampire the Masquerade meets Werewolf the Forsaken meets Mage the Awakening.
Kind of like the World of Darkness
Vampire Requiem. Sorry, I'm reading it now.
Darkness in general is more along the lines of the like.
Well, that's
your regular people dealing with all this crap, rather than you're a vampire or you're a werewolf. Or
no, it's not. What version did you play?
Your first version, like
storytelling rule. Okay, here's in character creation.
Okay.
Second, choose a character faction. If you're playing a mortal, this is relatively unimportant. He could be a cop, private investigator, blah blah blah. So that's what you're talking about. But then a supernatural being, however, is drawn into the world of legacies, in which he's judged by even his involuntary affiliations. So basically, like what I'm saying is like if you can play as a vampire, a werewolf, a mage. And then I guess customizations beyond that point.
I thought that usually required the other books, though.
No, that's what I'm saying. The book I'm running off is just the World of Darkness book that has all the parts.
Oh, okay.
All the parts, Dizaran.
Hmm.
All the parts.
Come on, Desmond.
Come on, Dadzoran. But yeah, like I'm really interested in running it because, like I said, it resembles the bitten system that I was trying to find for a long time. If anyone can find it, BITN, Bump in the Night. It's a random ass RPG. It's poorly constructed, but it has a lot of races and it's a lot of fun. So if anyone knows how to get their hands on that PDF, please get in contact with me. Please. At Avi for watching on Twitter. Tweet me right now. And I'm looking at my phone right now. It's not happening yet. Anyway, yeah, I like the idea of that, and I like the world of Vampire the Masquerade and all that stuff, like with all the underground factions and spookies goings-ons and stuff like that. In the campaign that I was writing for this, though, yeah, you would start as humans, so like that's fair.
Yeah. So, although I got to admit, somehow I thought you'd also be one for God, what was that? Call of Cthulhu.
I've never played it. I've never had anyone give me the chance.
But then again, that's a system that's like, jeez. It's
Jeez.
just like, well, I mean,
gosh.
basically, no. I've played 1 or 2 games of it, and basically the way, okay, the mindset you really need to go into this with is, there is no winning. There's just losing.
There's just pain.
There's just losing as slowly and as not as badly as possible.
Trying to not get like hurt.
Trying to not go completely insane.
I mean, that sounds fun. It sounds like a good time.
It was actually
want
pretty
that.
interesting. If I remember right, like when one of the campaigns I played, how was it it ended? After all was said and done, my character like woke up suddenly in like Thailand or China or somewhere, like with opium and like hookers. I was like, what?
I did it.
That sounds like a Saturday morning for me.
Sounds great. But like,
Now, of course,
I mean, I used to play.
Out he was like a horrible clone and stuff, but you know.
One of my favorites was in that bitten character that I was in that roleplay I was talking about. It's horribly constructed. I made a Vietnam vet who was an acrobat but also a were-rabbit, and he was completely addicted to carrots. And he'd always be looking for carrots, and if he failed any of his willpower checks, he would murder everyone in the room, like, because all were creatures have a bloodlust inherently. So like if I fail a will check, I would basically murder everyone in the room looking for carrots inside people's stomachs. And like that came up more often than you'd think. Well, like, because it had a really interesting system where, like, all the floors had tiers, right? And if you had a level 4 obsession with something or addiction to something, then you basically that was the hardest thing in the world to deal with, and you were, like, basically screwed. So a lot of people would take, like, sort of, like, I've got, like, a cute little kleptomania of spoons, and I'll, like, every now and then I'll check a room for spoons, and, like, or whatever. But, like, mine would always come down to, like, level 4 obsessions or convulsions to, like, swear at people in Russian and, like, bloodlusts to find carrots, as I said. I don't know, just stuff like that. This is just a fun time. I don't know.
Oh, God.
I roleplay hard. Guys.
Yeah.
You guys.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. Like, I'd really like to run that. That'd be fun. I just thought it was interesting. Because like, we've all been playing a lot of role-playing games lately.
Yeah.
And I sort of slipped into that
I'd
conversation.
love to get into more of them, actually, but yeah.
Well, I want to run this one, so, I mean, like, we could do that. That'd be fun.
We can talk. We can do lunch. You know.
We can do lunch, yeah. My people will call your people. It's going to be great. Shadowrun is also a really fun game. Anyway. Anyway. All right.
We should possibly we should possibly lead towards our closing at this point.
We've
actually almost reached the length of a regular, I think.
Oh, really? Whoops. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, who cares? It's the role playing.
It's roleplay talk. I mean, I did not expect that. I'm glad we came together on that one.
It's cool, though.
I agree. I really like. I mean, it's just interesting, and I'm trying to get. And now that we've got Roll20 and stuff like that we can actually play with other people.
Mm.
Like it's just super exciting. I really want to do more of it. And someone should introduce me to D&D. I mean, that would be a really good situation, right? I mean, like I've never played it, and I feel left out, guys. I'm gonna be honest. I feel a little left out. I want to come to a D&D party. Just one.
That might be something to more set up with the
No, I'm done.
with those in North America, so we have less time issues.
I'm just messing around, but yeah, if someone is doing a thing, then I'll come along. I'll show up. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just flicking through this, like looking for faction stuff now. Just got me really invested.
We've gotten to talk a lot.
We did. We had a good time. Everyone here, thank you to all of our viewers who showed up live. All 3 of you. You're beautiful people.
I sent out links to people.
If you drop comments, I'll know who you are, unless you're the people that Desiree contacted. Then I already know who you are.
We have a possible John and Egg. I don't know.
John and Egg. John and Egg. One is tall and the other's a leg. All right.
What?
Man, these crickets really think I'm funny. They're laughing a lot. I bet John and Egg liked my song. It's definitely going to be on all their videos from now on.
At the very least, Egg would have loved it.
Yeah, at least Egg would have. He's drawing the fan out of it right now. I wonder who the leg will be. Anyway.
Oh God.
I'm going down a dark road. Someone pull me out quick.
Yeah, let him go. I want to see where he ends up.
Alright, so yeah, just let me run through. You guys actually leave the call. I'm just rambling for like an hour to myself. If you look in the description if you look in the description of the video, there should be links to stores and good things that we actually mentioned a little bit of here. I should chuck in. You go to Desiree's channel, the Asabats channel, and check out the Until Dawn playthrough and the Warhammer Fantasy Amulet of Power playthroughs, and like everything else. They're all good. Good guys. Fallen Shogun, thank you so much for being here. Go check out Shogun's new rebranding. Also, thanks for everyone for like sticking around and like anyone watching this and like that showed up for this and was like, oh my god, the guy goes back, so happy. Thank you for like being a friend. We know it's been turbulent and it's just really it means a lot that like you watched it. I just want to say thanks.
No
oh god.
We are glad to be here, Avi. We all love you.
That's
Wait, maybe that's being
whoa, hey, ho, whoa. Dadzaran. Too close. Too close.
Dadzaran, come on.
I'm glad I've at least been upgraded.
I mean, yeah, you were Uncle Auntie when I met you, and now your Dadzaran. I mean, it's...
He's old man Dadzaran now.
Old man Dadzaran.
He's old man Dadzaran.
Great, next I'll be Gramps-aran.
Gramps? Oh, dude. Well, like, one of us
I called that for bits.
Well, one of us... No, but see, one of us would have to become a Dadzaran of our own for you to become a Gramps-aran, right? So if one of us became,
he can become Gramps-aran. I'm the mother hen.
Okay. I guess that... Yeah, okay, that's fair.
What's that, Shogun, our brat teenager?
Yeah, me and Shogun are the kids. Me and Shogun are easily the
I'm
children.
thousands of years old. How dare you, sir?
Yeah, but you died young, and like, if we know anything about immortals, if they die when they're teenagers,
You live fast, died young.
No, like
I was a teenage
Died
Shogun,
in his
guys.
prime.
if you die in the body of a young man, you'll be a young man forever. Don't. No, that's not true. Don't. Oh no. Let's get out of here. Go buy my shirt with. Anyway.
What's going on?
Go buy my shirt. Anyway.
Buy Asabats bags.
Buy Asabats bags. Go do the things.
You need roar supply.
I love
My
that. See, you used the crickets, but you didn't know what was coming next. Rookie sound player mistake.
Rookie mistake.
Oh my god, I fucking love this place. We never leave. Thanks so much anyway. Yeah, no, let's go.
Someone needs sleep.
Let's get out of here. Thank you so much for joining us.
Let's go.
Sorry that we ran a bit long and Asabats could say blah 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 blah. Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye. Go. I'm singing. If anyone's seen Bear in the Big Blue House, I fucking love you right now. Cool. Also, go check out Asabats. Everyone's Twitters are going in the description right now, so I'm not gonna go through that now unless anyone wants to say them. Asabats, Twitter, YouTube's.
At Lady Asabat.
Yep, Lady Asabats Adventures on YouTube. Deseran. At Deseran.
Deseran J.
Oh, but there's J at the end. That's right. I poked my screen for that.
There's
I
a
hope
J.
it was worth it. Fallen Shogun.
Fallen Shogun.
Okay, Fallen Shogun, you did it. And I'm at Avi for watching or at Starstroids. And we did it. Go.
We did it.
Spurs, go sleep. Get away from me.
Yay. Go.
I can stop pretending that I like you people.
Fuck you too.
Let's get the hell